Welp. Um, yeah. As you can see in the title, it's gonna be an interesting story. Um, so some of you don't know, or most of you don't know, but I'm a hunter. I love hunting, not for the sake of killing the thing, but for the sake of shooting guns, and then, we use all the meat that we take, so it's not like we just shoot them for the antlers, right? We'll shoot whatever to get the most meat, right? Anyways, um, so I was, I think this was 2 years ago, so I was about 13. No, I was about 12, so about 3 years ago. But in Idaho, you can start hunting at 10. Now I think it's 10. It was 11 when I was coming up. But, anyways, so I was out hunting with my dad and one of my dad's friends. His name is Shep. He might be in other stories later because, he's a funny guy. But anyway, so we were hunting and we've been searching around and we get to this hill. It's like a draw. We're on one side of the draw, then on the other side, there's just a bunch of does, which are female deer, right? Just all over. It was nuts, and I was like, "Holy crap!" So we're just sitting there, and they don't care that we're there, or they just can't see us. I don't know, but we're sitting there. They're maybe 50 yards across. Um, like as the crow flies, just 50 yards straight. But we're sitting there and we're sitting on the side of the hill, just watching them all. They're all grazing, eating and stuff. Not a single one cares. Um, but we're literally looking for the biggest one. So we find the biggest one. We're like, all right, sweet. I pull out my rifle. My dad's like, "Okay, you're gonna shoot." I was like, "All right." So I set up. I get her in my sights. Bam! I shoot. Barely miss. Like you can see the dirt behind her move. Like, dust cloud because it got shot. Uh, but yeah, and if you can't tell, I'm a little stuffed up, so my voice might be a little weird. Um, but yeah, anyways, so I shot dust cloud behind her, like maybe five of the does that were on the hill kind of ran along, right? Like ran like 20 feet and stopped and started eating again. So they didn't really care. But my doe that I was shooting was just standing there still, right? She looked up, she's like, is there something shooting at me? Like what the heck? Right? She's like looking around and then she like looks over at us and she's like, alright, and then goes back to eating. It's kinda funny. But I put her in my sights again, got right to her chest and went boom! Shot. She dropped dead, alright? She like fell down the mountain most of the way, alright? It was like she was dead. And the rest of those were like, "Holy crap, run!" Right? Like what's that meme? The run, dude. Right? And then they're all running, right? Anyways, so they all just took off, and we didn't find any others. But we were like, "What do we need to? We already got our doe, right? We got her." So we're sitting there celebrating a little bit. Then we start to climb down, start going back up. And as we're climbing up, we see this doe on the top of a hill. She looked like she was bleeding out of her side, like out of where I shot, the area that I shot. She looked like she was bleeding out of that, but we didn't really pay mind to that because we're like, oh, just another doe, right? She goes over the edge, or over the next hill, so she's over in the other ridge, or draw. So we climb up and we're looking around. And we're like, where the heck is this doe that we just shot? Like, it should be right here, right? So we do like a 20-foot radius thing. We're like, we can't find this doe. Then we go up to where I shot it, and we're like, yeah, there's like freaking blood splash all over these all over this brush. It was just blood splash, right? Like from Call of Duty. You see, when you shoot somebody, just blood splat against the wall, right? It was literally like that against brush. So we were like, what the heck? So we crawl down and we're looking. We're like, she dropped like 10 feet, all right. So she can't be far. Then we're looking. We're like, what if that was the doe? So we're like, what the frick? We couldn't find her. We're like, all right. Did any of you see her walk up? No. We're like, damn it. Guess we'll go get that one then. So we climbed up the ridge or the hill to where the other one was. Looked over. She was on the other ridge or other hill. Why do I keep saying ridge? And she kind of went back down that draw because it was like a 3 draw thing. It was weird, but she went down that draw. We climbed down, climbed up, and then we see her walk on like this plateau part. Walk, stumble, get down, and then fall over. So we knew she was dead. We're like, all right, we can get her. But we sat there and watched her. We're like, we're tired. We're just gonna sit a little bit, right? Because we've been running up this hill, running down. So we're just gonna sit for like 2 minutes and rest our legs. So we're sitting here, and this dude on a 4-wheeler comes zooming in, stops. We're yelling at him from across the way. He looks over at us and he waves. We're like, dude, don't. That's our doe, right? We're screaming at him like, that's ours, that's ours. And he picks up the freaking doe, puts it on the back of his 4-wheeler, ties it down, all while we're screaming at him. So we start taking off down this hill and get up onto the plateau right as he's taking off, alright? He looks over at us and he just, right, takes off. We're like, oh, you douche. Ah! So annoying. I don't know what I think about it. It's so... It's just the stupidest situation ever. The freaking guy stole my dough.